Thank you, Johanna. So I'll take this slide just to give an update to the committee about where we are with the underpass. If you recall, back in March and April, basically, we made a commitment to do an underpass only at that particular location near the Eastwood neighborhood, and it's a BRT only and a bike and ped underpass. That's in the NEPA documents, and that's how we're proceeding. But there have been a lot of stakeholders who've asked for an underpass that serves all modes, including the Eastman Management District, and several others have written to us specifically and asked if that's possible. Previously, we had basically looked at that and said there are significant hurdles. So what we're doing now is to basically look at, as a side project, a configuration that takes all modes, but there are obviously a lot of constraints. The first one is it needs to fit within the existing Lockwood right-of-way, which is about 100 foot. It resolves the drainage issue without a large detention pond in the vicinity, which was a previous problem that we explained and shared with the community. And it should not have any incremental NEPA impacts above and beyond what's in the documents now. And then if all of those requirements are met, then it would also obviously resolve a major community issue, which is block crossings. If you recall, the current design basically leaves the general purpose at grade. So what the next steps are is basically our teams working closely with the City of Houston on technical concepts that require city concurrence, and this is not going to be possible without city making major concessions. They've come to the table with some ideas, and we're working through those. One of them is to basically possibly take all the drainage water and actually use a force main to go all the way up to the bayou. That's one of the items we discussed with them recently. We have to obviously do a lot of work to see if that's possible and acceptable. That basically avoids a detention pond in the vicinity and other impacts. The second one is to basically be able to stack utilities on either side if we can, to try to fit everything within the 100-foot right-of-way. There's significant work to be done on this structure right at UP, about 100 feet on either side. So there are a number of different things we're trying to do on our end to try to basically get to a level of confidence where either it's not possible or is it possible by January, February timeframe. So if it is feasible at that point in time, with all the partners on board and with some written commitments, then we're going to basically approach the FTA and see if we can do an evaluation of that particular configuration above and beyond what's in the documents. And what we want to do is to basically bring you along on a monthly basis to kind of report on where we are with that process and how things are shaping up. So there are two possibilities where either it's not feasible, then we stay with the current design and move forward. But if it's feasible, then we'll have to do an adjustment to the NEPA documentation, possibly. So that concludes my update on this specific topic. Back to you, Hannah.
Excuse me, Sri, on this, so the intent is, to, if this works, is to stay within the 100-yard right-of-way, 100-yard right-of-way.
Yes,
and so we wouldn't need an enormous retention pond by using the force drain, and we wouldn't have to get any more property. Is that correct? We'd stay within our boundaries?
That is one of several things we need to do. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
All right. Good. Thank you.